What up, though, man? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on? What up? Coming off this L to the Baltimore Ravens. It hurts. It hurts, guys. What's going on, Josh? What up, though? Hey, man. Processing this loss to the Ravens. Uh, the Panthers, man. Oh gosh. Eh, Such an uninspiring type of brand of football offensively today. Like, oh my gosh, we got to talk about Baker Mayfield's first start back, how much blame he's taking, how much blame is the offensive line to take, the receivers, coaching, Ben McAdoo. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. Oh my God, it's a lot. This was bad, man. This was ugly. You hold the defense, you hold the Baltimore to 13 points. You got to find a way to win that game. You got to find a way to win that game. What was Matt Rule's record when you hold a team under 17? Matt Rule, that was the formula. I thought if we kept teams under 17, we would win. I thought we had to do that to win. What up, though, Fayetnam? Brennan, what up, though? I thought the formula was the win was to keep them under 17 points. That I thought 17 was the magic number. I thought 17 points was it. Defense played out of their minds. Al Holcomb made up for whatever he was doing the past few weeks. I'll tell you that right now. He made up for it. It was freezing cold out there. It was. We were down Dante Jackson. But holding a team to 13 points in the NFL, you expect to win. You expect to win it. You expect to win that. Offensive line, man, they couldn't get the running game going. The running game was non-existent today. I had to look at the film to see how many people they put in the box, but it just didn't seem like we had a good day. I don't think they were just overly committing to the run game. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But to only have 36 yards rushing in the game on 17 carries, that's atrocious. 36 rushing yards on 17 carries is atrocious. 2.1 yards per carry. And 12 of those yards came from Baker Mayfield scrambles. Chuba, 0 yards, 4 carries. Foreman, 11 carries, 24 yards. Long was 10. Foreman's longest run was 10. That means he had 10 carries for 12 yards outside of that 10-yard run. That's 1.2 yards per carry. 1.2. The man is 6 feet tall. He's 2 yards long. This man, 1.2 yards per carry, yo. And look, I understand that the wind conditions made us not want to take shots downfield, but damn, this was ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And it was cold. You could tell the way guys were moving and playing. They were stiff. They were cold. They didn't want to really be out there. There was guys on both sides playing like that. Nobody wanted to play except the defense. Guys looked like they were stuck in mud. They didn't want to move. Like I said, they were stiff. They were stiff. Look at Chenault. Every time Chenault got the ball, he ain't made no moves. He couldn't shake nobody. He was stiff. He was loose. Guys looked like they weren't staying loose. They were literally cold, stiff, whatever. Shaq Smith, he used to be very shifty in college once upon a time. I don't know if the grass today in Baltimore slowed him down or what. This man looked like he had cement in his feet. He couldn't shake anybody. And then he fumbles. This brand of football offensively just looked uninspired. Look, I'm not even gonna put it all on Baker, but the excuses for Baker before, when they were mad about PJ Walker getting the start, was that Baker didn't have this running game. Baker didn't have this play calling. Baker didn't have. Baker had to play for Matt Rule. Baker had to worry about Robbie Anderson. Baker had to da-da-da-da. PJ's getting the great running game and this, that, and the third. Look, man, the running game wasn't there, but, I mean, Baker got a shot. Baker got a shot today. He did. It's night and day what the team looks like with PJ Walker. And PJ not even perfect, dog. Like, it's not even perfect. But to beat a 3-3 ball game midway through the fourth quarter with Baltimore, who I thought they were overrated. A lot of people were scared. I was in the group chat with a lot of my fellow Panthers creators telling them that the Ravens were not world beaters. I tried to tell them. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Vegas had Baltimore as a 13-point favorite for some reason. That was free money. Even with Baker turning the ball over twice. And it was free money. The Ravens aren't even that good, dog. Let's be real. Let's be real. Oh, gosh. Let's be real. Receivers not getting open. Receivers getting the throw ball thrown to them. Hit them in the hands. They dropped the ball. Baker did have a drive where he threw some dots. We had a DJ Moore drop on a post route. He put it right on him. Put it right on his hands, a drop. Threw a nice ball to TMJ on the go route. Put that one there where you want to see TMJ make a miraculous catch, a one-hand catch. Tough catch, but we've seen him and guys make those type of crazy circus catches. This is the NFL. Guys make circus catches. It was a ball that was well placed. But outside of that, we really didn't see many shots downfield. Like I said, it's just a conservative brand of football. It just seems so different. I don't know why it's so different. It's more shot. Is it because of Baker's height? We're in more gun, it seems like. We don't throw the ball downfield as much. McAdoo, you're not off the hook yet. We're going at you, McAdoo. I got to get on the players first. We're going to get at McAdoo, though. We're going to get at McAdoo. McAdoo is not off the hook. I'm just going through the players right now. It just feels different when Baker's under center. Not saying PJ's a long-term answer. I'm not talking about next year. I'm talking about now. I do not want to see Sam Darnold. I don't. We need PJ Walker. However, if PJ is not to play next week because of the high ankle sprain, which is typically a multiple-week injury, if Sam Darnold comes in, so be it. I'm not going to ask for Sam Darnold. I just couldn't do it. I felt good. I felt pretty solid about this game going into it. Maybe it had not been windy. Something changes a little bit, but I felt good about our defense. People were telling me that Lamar Jackson was going to run for 100-something yards on us. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. I held them to 3.8 yards per carry on 30 carries. It just... Yeah, I thought it was our game too. Same thing. I thought it was going to be good defensively. I knew the Ravens' offense is not that good. Even with Andrews coming back, I felt good about us. I felt good about that side. Our offense is just it's terrible. You guys, give the video a thumbs up, please. If you have not, give the video a thumbs up. We got some people tuning in. We're talking about Panthers versus Ravens. Uninspiring brand of football. Like I said, super conservative. Trying not to make mistakes. Our defense can get takeaways. It did get a takeaway today. But they're not the type that's going to put an avalanche of takeaways away. They're going to give you a chance or two per game. They may even score you a touchdown. But your offense has to be able to do something with it. The one drive that we did get the pick, drop by DJ, drop by TMJ. Running games just never showed up. The one drive that Baker actually put together some quality throws, we didn't convert. It takes a group effort to be this bad, to score 3 points. It takes a group effort. Three points and 33 yards total offense, 32 yards total offense. This is a very good point. The problems are not exclusive to Baker Mayfield. The team has only looked good against the Falcons. Let's not like Baker's under center being team look as lifeless against the Bengals with Walker. Woodrow, what up, though? I think we seem like we're the worst team in the league because people, y'all gotta watch a little bit more football outside of Carolina. There's some bad teams in the NFL, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's some bad teams. They can look better at times because quarterback play is gonna affect how you view the game. Bad quarterback play can make any game look bad. The Ravens, they scraped by us. They 7-3, scraped by us, looked pretty much non-existent. 3 turnovers, fumble, 2 picks, something like that. Was it 2 picks? Yeah, fumble and 2 picks, 3 turnovers. They still only put up 13 points. It sucks because you feel like Matt Rule said earlier, you feel like we're close. I don't think the Ravens are that good, but they're still 7-3. Midway through the fourth quarter, it's 3-3. You have a chance to do some things. You can't do it. It feels like we're close, man. Even with the silly stuff that happens to our defense, it feels like we're close. It feels like we're close, man, but it's just silly stuff, simple stuff we can't do right. Keeps us from being successful. Simple stuff. Simple stuff keeps us. It's not like it's just, obviously the quarterback is a huge thing, but simple stuff. Holding on to the football, catching the football, making the right read and throwing a good pass, calling the right play, getting the play call in on time, running routes past the sticks. If it's 3rd and 6, don't run a 5-yard route. I know it says to run a 5-yard route. Be a football player. Do not be a robot. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. If we were just trash, if we were just booty trash, like not even showing up, not even competing, it would be bad. But like the way that our defense today played and kept us in the game against one of the higher ranked teams in the AFC, you feel like you're close. It feels like it won't take much to put the team over the top. It feels like we're far away when you think about it and piece by piece, but when you see this team compete with some heavy hitters like this and silly stuff is what gets you beat, it feels like you're not that far away. We're in a weird space right now, man. You compounding losses so you feel like you're trash. The losses compound, so like you said, so it feels like you're trash. But like, it's silly stuff that's killing you. It's silly stuff. It's silly stuff that's killing you. Playing too far off the wide receiver. It's 3rd and freaking 10. Don't play 15 yards off. It's 3rd and 7. Don't play 12 yards off. Giving guys too much cushion. Demarcus Robinson got 120 yards receiving off of straight comeback routes. Demarcus Robinson ran nothing but curls and comebacks. He had that one slant on Keith Taylor where they were playing too far off there. But this man had over 120 yards receiving on comeback routes. The same way every time. Run into the sticks and stop. Run to the six, stop. When is C.J. Henderson going to come up, pimp? When is C.J. Henderson going to come up? C.J. Henderson, what? Let me stay on this offense. I ain't going to get on the defense yet. I ain't going to get on the defense yet. I'm not going to get all over. I'm not going to get on the defense just yet. There's a couple people I want to talk about on defense. But overall, you can't ask for better than 13 points, especially after the offense has 3 turnovers. It's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Offensive line picked a tough day. They picked a tough day to have a bad day. Corbett getting schooled inside by Calais Campbell. Icky, false starts. He had some struggles as well. Taylor Moton definitely struggled. Let's be for real. The offensive line, I've been big up in them every year, so I'm going to be the first one to talk about them today. The only saving grace is, in the bigger picture, it's crazy to say that the offensive line let us down. They haven't let us down much this year. They haven't been an issue much this year. They haven't been the issue much this year. I'll say that. But they let us down today. They picked a bad day to have a bad day. Like, my goodness. What are we doing, man? Like, manhandled inside. We lost the battle up front. We lost the battle up front. We did. I mean, you could say Baker made the line look worse. That's fine. But Baker has nothing to do with the running game. Baker has nothing to do with them blocking 24 yards rushing. The offensive line struggled today. Foreman had 24 yards on 11 carries. Uninspiring brand of football offensively. Uninspiring brand of football. Mental mistakes. Penalties. We got chop blocks by Chuba Hubbard. We got lining up in the neutral zone. I mean, I don't know what the refs was doing on that little punt. It's tough. You can't run the ball. You're not going to be manageable down the distances. You're going to be behind the sticks. You're making mistakes. The D-line is good, I understand, but we faced some good D-lines this year. Faced the Niners. The Niners have a better D-line, in my opinion. We've seen just as good, if not better, D-lines. They just had a bad day. I do not know why we didn't adjust, to be honest. Let's talk about Ben McAdoo. That's a good time to segue to Ben McAdoo. Ben McAdoo, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what Ben McAdoo is. Like, when Baker Mayfield is at quarterback, his mentality just completely changes. Not nearly as aggressive. Gets a lot more predictable. I don't know what it is, man. Is it Baker? Is he hamstrung by Baker? I mean, he's called some bad games with PJ. The Rams game was very conservative. Like I said, I understand the win was a condition and throwing the long ball, but my lord, the bubble, the fake handoff, bubble to LaVisca, the drag route underneath on third down, and let everybody block on the other side of the field to LaVisca, the flat out route where everybody blocks, and you throw to LaVisca. That's predictable, guys. The only thing we didn't do today in the LaVisca gadget book is the Wildcat. Well, that's it. LaVisca's been a part of this team for a week. He's got some big plays. Let's believe you me. A couple big plays. I like it. But at the same time, you haven't put a bigger bag together for LaVisca? You haven't put a bigger bag together for LaVisca? Like, that's all we got is gadget plays? Is that all he can do? I mean, it's been what? 6, 7 weeks since LaVisca's been here? Maybe. I don't know how long it's been. That's as deep as the bag. That's as deep as the bag is, McAdoo, for LaVisca. That's the package. Because he's in the game and he does that motion, we know what's going to happen. Fake the handoff, give it to him. Or you're going to give the handoff and fake it to him. Two things. The lack of creativity, man. Let's get some. What are smoke screens? Smoke screens for DJ. Put the ball in the DJ's hands. Easy passes. Smoke screens for DJ. Stack formations for DJ. Get him some free releases. Get him some separation. He doesn't get a ton by himself. Give him some formation that will. It's a bad combination to have a quarterback that's not accurate and a receiver that doesn't get a lot of separation. One of the two got to give. One of the two has to give. A receiver that don't separate, quarterback is not accurate. You have to be accurate. When there's not a lot of room for error, you have to be accurate. Because if your receiver's not getting open, you have less room for error. You have to be accurate. It's stale. Offense has been our weakness for years. That's why I've been a big proponent of an offensive-minded coach. I want an offensive-minded coach. Somebody that's aggressive, not conservative. Yeah, the Shot Smith fumble was backbreaking. Let's be real. The Shot Smith fumble was backbreaking. Somebody asked why we haven't seen Higgins. Higgins was out with the illness. But before that, I have no idea. I have no idea. I appreciate the emergence of TMJ. TMJ has to be the leading receiver since what? Since Rule's been fired? TMJ has to be the leading receiver on the team. For my fantasy people, he's a receiver to own. He's the only one getting deep shots. He's getting a lot of red zone targets. Look, man, when your cornerback is getting 10, is leading the team in tackles with 10, that's a problem. Can we play Atlanta again? Please. 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 Can we play Atlanta again? Those were the days, huh? Now, we had 10 days of rest and we didn't get creative with LaVisca. That's crazy. I would take Frank Wright as an OC all day, dog. So the creative offensive coach will see the potential. Yeah, the coach just got to get his quarterback and we'll be ready to go, man, I think. A coach, a creative offensive coach, and the quarterback will be ready to go. But uninspiring brand of football. Conservative. McAdoo, man. People are saying they need to fire McAdoo. It could happen, but I doubt it. What do we do? You want Jeff Nixon again? Jeff Nixon was the interim OC last year. You want Nixon? You want Sean Ryan? For some reason, Sean Ryan never gets a shot. Maybe they know something I don't know. So maybe they know something I don't know. Because Sean Ryan ain't got a shot yet. So who's going to be the replacement? Because we down horrendous right now. We down horrendous. Let's move on to this offense, man. Defense. Defensively, they played a solid game overall, man. Can't even flex. Big picture. Baltimore, 13 points, multiple short fields, sudden changes. The defense did what they needed to do. They did enough. Now, there's some spots that we could talk about, but the defense did enough. Who do I think should start next game? At quarterback, I really don't care. I'm not going to ask for Sam Darnold, but I really don't care. If it ain't PJ, I don't care, honestly. PJ's literally the only guy that gives me hope. And that's not even a lot. That's not even saying a lot. It's not. But that's TBD. We'll see what Wilk says. He said he got to watch the film before he makes a decision. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Darnold at some point, but I'm not going to ask for Sam Darnold. We've been down that road. We'll see what PJ has. I doubt it. He has a high ankle sprain, so stay tuned to tomorrow's video for Panthers news. But defensively, 13 points. Even when you had 3 turnovers given up, surrendered by the offense. You can't ask for much more. I thought 17 points was the sweet spot. I thought if we went under 17, we were good. That's been a story of this team since Matt Rule came aboard back in 2020 through. This is still technically the Matt Rule era, I'm going to call it, because this is his roster. Some of his staff. I thought 17 points was the magic number. We hit them to 13, we lost. Defense even got a turnover. Bravion Roy personally got a pick. That's crazy. Bravion Roy. That was a nice play by the big man. Got to give it to him. Nice play by the big man. Because I've been very, very critical of Bravion Roy. However, with Matt Ioannidis out, it gave more opportunity for other guys. But defensively, your leading tackler was C.J. Henderson with 10 tackles. I'm going to tell you something right now. Like I said, if your cornerback is the leading tackler on your team with double-digit tackles, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Because I understand that there's running plays that spring outside and they block down and leave the cornerback one-on-one with the running back. But that wasn't the case with C.J. Henderson. This man had 10 tackles because they threw everything in front of him. Them throwing it, you keeping everything in front of you is how you get 10 tackles as a cornerback. 10 tackles. That means people are getting completions. That means you are stopping them. But my Lord, how much of it a security blanket? does C.J. Henderson need? This man plays so far off. This man don't know what the color yellow look like. He never seen the inside of that yellow line. He's always playing behind that yellow line. The yellow line you see on TV, C.J. Henderson don't cross that gun line. If you've seen the movie Life, you'll know. C.J. Henderson does not cross that gun line. Pre-snap, he's flying off 10, 12 yards off. Why? Why? He don't cross that gun line. He don't cross that gun line, dog. It's crazy. You would think, like I said, you gotta start being, don't be a robot, be a football player. Is his confidence that shot? Tell him about the gun line, boss. Don't cross the gun line. Like, you gotta be a football player, bro. Just because and it happens every game. It's not like this is just a one-time thing. It's not a one-time thing for CJ. He's got beat deep early in the season, and this man pretty much said never again. Because the Falcons game, remember how he got that pick? Being over the top. He just refused to get beat deep. Refuses. Demarcus Robinson had 120 yards receiving on straight comebacks. How? Straight comebacks. Comeback route. You go deep and you come back. That's what he did. All he did, go and stop. Run straight, stop. The cornerback giving you so much cushion. Let's look at Demarcus Robinson's numbers. Demarcus Robinson had 9 catches for 28 yards. Okay. Nine catches, 128 yards. Demarcus Robinson's longest catch was 31 yards. I'll boot it up real quick. Or not. All right, whatever. Take my word for it. Demarcus Robinson had 9 catches, 128 yards, 31 was the longest. So let's do some math. If you take away that slant that he had on Keith Taylor, I think, who was playing too far off his damn self. So that tells me this may be a coaching thing. It's got to be a coaching thing regardless. Nevertheless, you take out the 31 yards. So that means he had 8 catches for 97 yards. 8 catches for 97 yards. That's 12 yards a catch. That means it was all comebacks. He was running a route right past the sticks and just sitting right at the sticks every time. Just right past the sticks and stopping. That's exactly what I said, Des. They're not going to go deep in that wind. Everybody and their mama, like I said, the Panthers did the same thing. They were scared to throw the ball high and deep because they didn't want it to hang in the air for defenders. They tried it one time and it was almost a mistake. C.J. Henderson, bro, be a football player. They're not going deep, man. I know you got PTSD from the Browns game or what other game he had at a PI that was deep. Couple games where you get beat. Bro, be a football player. Be a football player. You do not need to give that much cushion. There's no way somebody should have over 100 yards on straight comebacks. Comeback routes. That's unheard of. But what can we do? Dante Jackson is out. Keith Taylor playing way off too. He gave up the slant. What do we do? What can we do? You gotta coach them up. Why aren't we coaching these guys up? Wilkes, you were the secondary coach. Coach them up. You got rid of Evan Cooper. Coach them up. Somebody got to coach them up. Because that ain't it. They do this every week. It gets old. C.J. Henderson with double-digit tackles as a cornerback is not the answer. It's not the answer. I just don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it, bro. I don't. Y'all please get a video thumbs up if you have not. Show you some love or show some like. Show some like to your boy. But it's crazy. I do have to say we had an Yetur Gross-Matos sighting today. Yetur, he has some good plays. He had the sack, of course. Couple blow up on some play. He played pretty solid from what I saw. He obviously has nothing to bring in the terms of pass rush, per usual. But he did get a sack. Brian Burns, another unblocked sack. But my Lord, our secondary, man, it's tough. I mean, your whole Andrews is 63 yards. It's not bad. But my goodness, our cornerbacks on the outside, like Demarcus Robinson was like wide receiver 3 in Kansas City. Maybe 4. ICP said Yetur looked like he didn't even want that sack that they gave him. I don't understand him, bro. Exactly, James. Likes is free. It don't cost you nothing but 2 seconds of your time. Hit that like button, por favor. But my goodness, man. I mean, overall, like I said, the defense, I can't complain too much about it. There's just some sore spots, man. They keep popping up. And C.J. Henderson is on that shit list. Sorry for the profanity. But it's tough, dog. Like, it's frustrating, man. Like I said, because it feels like we're close. It's little stuff. It's bad route running. It's bad passes. It's missed assignments on blocking schemes. It's fumbling the ball. It's dropping passes. It's running routes short of the sticks. It's playing too far off when it's 3rd and 6, you're playing 8 yards off. It's the little stuff, man. And it seems like easy fixes, which is why it's so frustrating. It's like, why can't y'all fix it? We see it on a nationally televised broadcast game, and we are not the experts. But some of the stuff that we see are easy corrections that just keep popping up. My boy Isaac in this thing say he hit the like button for your boy. Appreciate it. So our defense held in the 3 points through 3.5 quarters. Can't ask for much more. Offense need to be scrapped with QBs and OC. Correct. Like I said, I'm really just nitpicking on the defense right now just because, like I said, it's just some patterns that are frustrating that could be easy fixes. But overall, they played pretty solid. Shaq made some plays. Littleton made some plays before he got hurt. He was all over the place too. Burns made plays. Louvu made some plays. Little mistakes here and there on certain conversions, but it's tough when you're going against Lamar Jackson, so I understand. But, like, it's the little stuff that kills you. It's little small things so that you don't feel like, oh, if it's that little, it shouldn't kill you. But like I said, the term is death by 1,000 paper cuts. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Eric Rivera says team's almost there. You're right, which is the frustrating part. Exactly. It's not like we're just getting smoked out here and good Lord, Dallas is putting it on. Speaking of smoking. It's little stuff. I guess common sense. Yeah, you're right. Common sense ain't common. But like DeMarcus Robinson with 128 yards on comebacks. That's a crime against humanity. It's a war crime. I understand. So you could tell Chen's a little rusty. Yeah, Chen was a little rusty. But at the same time, people want to get on to him about certain things in coverage, but you don't watch the plays where he didn't get the target. If he's not targeted, nobody's watching. He was on Andrews pretty solid a lot of times. Andrews is maybe the best tight end in the league right now. Probably number 2 easily behind, obviously, Kelsey. But you could probably make an argument that Mark Andrews is the best. You could. Nevertheless, I'm not complaining about Jeremy Chin. I'm not. Sam Franklin even played a little bit at safety today, obviously, because Hartsfield was out. And Burris. Tyree, what up, though? But like I said, I can't even really overall heavily complain about the defense, man. They did enough. Like I said, good, bad, or indifferent, ugly, or pretty. C.J. Henderson playing 20 yards off or 5 yards off. They held the Baltimore Ravens to 3 points through 3.5 quarters of football. They held them to under 17, the magic number. They held them to under 17 for a whole game. That's supposed to be the magic number for a win for us. Nah, no worries, Sherwin. I felt you too. It's an observation. Nah, I agree though. You can tell he's rusty. It's been 6 weeks playing in the cold off a hamstring. He was hitting. He missed some tackles too, one here or there, but he was there. He was hitting. He made some good tackles. It is what it is. I don't hate what he did. So he was glad it wasn't like the Bengals game, to be honest. Yeah, the Ravens aren't that good in my opinion. The Bengals aren't either. Yeah, this is pretty much sums it up. We can't run the ball. It's a wrap. That sets up everything for us, apparently. It does. This is pretty much the bottom line. You hold us to 24, you heard Foreman, the 24 yards rushing, 36 overall for us. That's gonna do it. Because it helps the defense stay juiced up, even though they played great. It takes them off the field, so they're super fresh all game. They can be on their P's and Q's. It keeps the other team's offense off the field. The running game is everything for us. The house of cards that our team is, the running game is it. The running game is it. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Because, I don't know, brother. It's oh man, it's hard to talk about because, defensively, we haven't had some great performances. Looking at those numbers, some of them, it's not great all the time. But today was probably their best one. Would it have looked different with PJ? Possibly. But without a run game, I don't think anybody at quarterback is going to be able to do anything with the way our team is built without the running game. The way our team is built, I don't think anybody is going to succeed without a running game, first of all. But, yes, I would say it would have looked different because even though the running game sucked, we were still there. Guys, we were still there. That's the thing. The running game was the worst it's been in a while. The running game hasn't been – I can't remember the last time this run game was this wild, this bad. Definitely the worst in the since Rule's been fired. However, we were still in the game. To ICP's point, saying that if we can't run the ball, yes. But we were still in the game. It was still 3-3. As bad as we were running the ball, it was still 3-3 midway through the fourth quarter. It was still, 6-3 after that? So, as bad as our running game was, maybe a player or two changes the whole game. Could PJ give you a player or two? He's done it before. But, gosh, it's bad, man. It's bad. You guys give the video a thumbs up if you have not. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Panthers content. Panthers content from a Panthers creator. Said Baker holds onto the ball for weeks. This is true. Damn, I asked for a thumbs up. Somebody gave me a thumbs down. Appreciate that too. Appreciate that too. But yeah, overall defensively, I can't have a ton of complaints. Can't have a ton of complaints. The numbers don't look great, but down the stretch, it was tough. Lamar had 209. Like I said, 128 went to DeMarcus Robinson. Somebody says it's time for Ghost Dad. Oh, gosh. Is it Darnold time? Is it? I said, I can't wait to see what Sam Darnold brings to this team next week. Oh, man. Oh, man. What is Sam Darnold going to bring? It sounds like Wilkes is open to it. Yeah, I know you, J.K. John. I saw the brackets. I understand sarcasm. I just personally, I could never ask for Sam Darnold. However, today was not it. If PJ is not ready by next week, I can't complain. I'll never personally do it, but I can't argue. I can't complain if they put Darnold in. They have done nothing at the quarterback position to persuade anybody that Sam Darnold is not the answer, if not better than they. Somebody said the Ghostbusters movie came out around Christmas. Yeah, I said, hate to say it, but if PJ can't go, we had to see something different. I mean, today looked pretty much like Baker Mayfield picked up where he left off. Overall. Mostly bad play, out of sync, lack of running game, predictable play calling. It just looks like, and like I said, some of the mistakes, some of the issues aren't even fully on him. Because I don't know what McAdoo does. I don't know what McAdoo does when Baker Mayfield comes in at quarterback. Like I said, is it Baker? He just seems like a different OC as well. He's not good. He's not great at all. But he just seems like a different offensive coordinator. The running game is different. The passing game is different. The quarterback, the offensive line play is different. What is it? Said maybe Sam Darnold brings back Cam Darnold. We are down horrendous, guys. Said at this point, just put Sam in and see who's worth keeping. We ain't keeping none of these dudes. Maybe PJ for cheap, but he ain't going to be a starter in my opinion. Excuse my yawn. Panthers put me to sleep today. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have no argument against Sam. I'm just not going to protest for Sam. Not me. After what I saw last year for 14, I would not be protesting for Sam Darnold. I won't. I refuse. I refuse. Okay? That's just me personally. That's just me personally. But the door's definitely not closed. It's not. I wouldn't be surprised if Wilkes is gonna do it. He'll probably do it. He'll probably declare it tomorrow. If Wilkes is going to make the quarterback change, he'll answer the question tomorrow. He don't really patty cake around with that injury aside. He doesn't patty cake around. So it is what it is. It was good to see Brandon Smith get a shot. Amari Barno was playing gunner on kickoff. I appreciate that, John. He says the least he care about the team, but it's the content creators that keep it interesting. I appreciate that. Time to have a combo about Moen. We're gonna see what that film look like, brother. I don't know what's going on with him. I thought he was playing hurt. He's not moving well. He's struggling. I don't know, man. He just doesn't. He looks like a shell of himself. He's a nice guy too, man. Been here for a little minute, got the bag, but he just ain't been it. He ain't. He hasn't. And I hate to say it. And I hate to see it. But it's about that time, guys. It's about time for me to start dropping draft content. Yeah, Barno was fast. Mark Sanchez was cracking jokes. I'm like, why do they have Barno at gunner? Why do they have Barno at gunner? Like, bro, do your homework. Bro ran a 4.38 at the combine. Yeah, Austin said it. Even K. Mays kept going in at fullback. I was like, okay, McAdoo, you cooking now. We haven't used extra offensive linemen like that all year. Even got K. Mays, and you saw K. Mays moving bodies. Moving bodies. Let Foreman sneak up in there for a first down. Moving bodies. K. Mays, Barno, Brandon Smith. Like, okay, I like it. I like it. And yeah, Barno made the play. As soon as he said that, he the one that was first one down there. And then Barno made a play too. Barno had that play on that screen pass. That was a great play. Yeah, if I'm talking draft content, man, you know me. I'm usually the last one to the party. Intentionally. Man, it won't even be like mock drafts and stuff like that. I'll just start making lists. I'll start making some breakdowns on prospects. It won't even be anything Panther specific. I'll just look at potential players that the Panthers could look at. I'm not gonna get into specific Panther stuff until the season over with, but it may be about that time, fellas. Because I got the film. I got film on college players, so it's not like I'm just doing general stuff off TV broadcasts. I got college coaches film too. So the same type of content breakdowns I bring for the Panthers, I can do that type of stuff for college players. So it's just something to put on the list of things to do and look at ahead of next year. I mean, I didn't expect us to win this game, but good Lord. We back to the bottom of the NFC South because the Falcons won and the Saints won. So it is what it is, man. We're there. We're almost there. But I'm about to get up off here, man. Panthers news coming out tomorrow. Panthers news video coming out tomorrow, giving updates on the quarterback position most likely, some injuries that came out, talking about some other stuff. I appreciate that, Trill One. But yeah, we'll do film breakdowns on college players when that time comes. What's good, Sean Rice? You called the end of it, man. Go to the back, man, and recap everything. Do I think the draft is deeper than last year? I think so. Overall, it sounds like it. It sounds like it. I got to get a full list of the prospects and do some homework, but all the hype that I'm hearing, it sounds like it. Specifically quarterback. And they said we had a third pick as of today. So here we are. Panthers news video, film breakdown Tuesday, Dunk on Demand show on Wednesday, and we on to the next one, man. This one hurt. See y'all in the next video tomorrow. Panthers news. Holla. Peace.